Okay, we're with Jeff Stokes at the Individual Artists of Oklahoma show on February 3rd. Give us a little background on how this came together.
Well, IAO is a nonprofit gallery, and we take submissions from artists, individual artists who want to show their own work, and we also take submissions from people who have an idea for a curatorial show. And that was the case here. Nathan Lee had an idea. He runs another nonprofit organization called Inclusion in Art, and does multicultural shows normally. And he had the idea for this skin exhibit, which was in the beginning it was intended to be about internal racism and minority cultures, but once we started getting submissions from the artists, it kind of morphed into out a little bit into a wider range, where it ended up being more about identity and race and beauty and how that has to relate to skin color or skin.
Well, about how many artists did you end up with?
25-ish.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
So it was a good turnout. We had some excellent entries, and Nathan's excellent curator and has a lot of connections, and so he made a great show happen.
Well, as far as trying to describe the spectrum of what people would see in the show, how would you basically categorize that?
Well, we've got a great range of art, because there's a lot of new artists that are emerging type of artists that are pretty fresh on the scene, and then there are other established artists in the shows like Sonny Mercer and Paul Medina, and some people who've been around town forever, making art, Aaliyah Woods, and so we've had it's a nice range of artists.
Aaliyah Aaliyah, is that her name?
Aaliyah. Yep.
Did she have the ones with the little story balls?
The round ball, you
yes.
turn around and read the ball. Isn't that great?
Those were great.
Yeah, those were awesome.
And go ahead.
Oh, she one of the ones she's talking about is about how she admired other people, somebody else's hair, and that person was admiring her hair, and it was interesting because that's something I think we can all relate to as we grow up, thinking, wow, I wish I had that, or I wish I had that, but that other person is feeling the same way about you often, and we always want what's on the other side of the fence, don't we?
Well, how long will the show go on?
This will be up until February 24th.
Okay. And what's the address and everything here?
We're at 811 North Broadway, which is between 7th and 8th Street in downtown Oklahoma City, on the west side of the street.
And what's next for the IAO?
Next month we have the Biting the Apple show, which is our erotic art exhibit, and which causes a few waves in this town, actually.
I bet.
Yeah, it does. And so it's our 17th year, 17th annual, and this year we're really trying to concentrate on getting the highest quality erotic art. This year is the theme is Eros in Time, and we're trying to look back over history and what erotica has been in the past, and relate that to what the artists are doing nowadays.
And what's the date when that will start?
That'll be March 2nd and 3rd.
Okay.
That's the big party.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.